How's it going? All right, so today I want to start out with something that is key for all of us hairstylists, and that is our wrists. I don't know about you, but all of that round brushing, that blow drying, that meticulous foil work, extension work, whatever you might do, our wrists are always talking to us. At least that's something that I am always fighting. And one key point is often that we're having tension in those forearms, tightness in that forearm. So if you use your thumb and give yourself a little rub on that forearm and kind of bring your wrist back, notice if you feel some tension there. That could very likely be where that wrist pain is stemming from. So I'm just gonna give us 3 of my favorites here today that will help relieve some of that wrist pain. So first and foremost, we're gonna start with our palm nice and open here. So begin by bringing that pointer finger to your thumb. Notice how these other fingers kind of want to come in, try to keep them out, and then extend it back and open up. Then middle finger to thumb. Again, those fingers wanted to come in. We're going to keep them lifted and open back up. Notice how my thumb doesn't want to open all the way back up. Make sure that you're getting that to happen. Next up, you got it. Ring finger to thumb, open all the way. Pinky finger to thumb, open all the way, and then we're gonna work our way back. Again, those fingers wanna curl in, and I've been doing this for quite some time, yet it still tends to happen. So just trying to keep those fingers open, making sure that thumb returns to starting position, and repeat this 5 times each side. Of course, you wanna do the right and the left. And notice as you do this, how your hand starts to get a little bit fatigued and tired. That's okay. This is helping build strength in those tiny little muscles all throughout our wrists, hands, forearms, and just also relieving some tension where we don't need it. So that's one of my first ones. Next up, we're gonna do another one that's specifically gonna help with that forearm. So give yourself a little thumb hug and extend that arm out in front of you. So then we're gonna bring it up in front of us, and then as we bring it down, we're gonna bring it back and begin to almost lift those pinkies up behind you. Everybody's range of motion is gonna be different here. Bring it up in front of us, and then again, down and back as you kind of lift those pinkies to the sky. Notice if you feel that stretching through your forearm, then you're doing it right. And again, just repeat this about 5 to 10 times each side. If you could do it daily, that's gonna be great for you. And then last but not least, this is called, we're gonna do our wrist CARs. CARs stands for controlled articular rotations. So as always, I'm gonna always urge you to seek a professional if you're really experiencing some pain. My husband is a functional range conditioning mobility specialist. Sorry, it's a mouthful. Meaning that he works really with your body's mobility and functional range of movements. He has a million other letters behind his name. I can't keep them all straight, but that's where I've picked up these controlled articular rotations from, and they have really helped me. So we're gonna start by bringing that wrist out in front of us, and we're gonna take our opposing hand, and we're gonna kind of block those radius and ulna from kind of turning over on top of each other. So it's almost as if you can balance something right here. You don't want it turning. And then you can bring your hand into a fist, and we're gonna slowly, most important, we're gonna bring our mind's attention to that movement, to that muscle. So everything else in your body should be kind of tense, like your core is tight, everything else is tight, and we're just slowly moving that wrist. And what this slow and controlled movement really does is, you know, in other movements, if we're sometimes flailing our body around trying to go too fast, you're really not connecting your mind and body here, and you're not sending the signals to your brain telling you that, you know, this little muscle, these little muscles in our wrists are what we're working on right now. That's where we're trying to build blood flow. That's where we're trying to get a bigger, stronger range of motion. So again, it's all about intention and slow movement. It's almost as if you're moving through water. You're moving nice and slow, and you're gonna notice some kind of snap, crackle, and pops in those wrists. That's okay, just embrace them. And again, everybody's range of motion is gonna be a little different. So just do what feels good to you. And again, I would suggest doing about 5 to 10 each direction on each side. And those are gonna really help kind of build some new strength in those areas that we as hairstylists really need it. Hope this helps, and I can't wait to see you guys later.